Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly Nell.
And it's your girl Nate. What it do, boo?
That's right. And tonight you'll be very surprised to hear I have white wine, Stella Rose Peach, because my weekend guest brought it. And it's okay, but I prefer my red. She brought red too, so cheers to her. And yes, people in the YouTube comments or whatever comments, this is a red wine glass. I don't have white wine glasses, so this is why.
Those are the skinny glasses, or are those champagne glasses? I don't know.
White wine and skinny glasses. Okay. Red wine is like that. But yes, I know, so you don't have to tell. But what you drinking?
I got my Barefoot Moscato. And ever since Joe and Amos be drinking all my wine. Like literally. I'm like, what are y'all doing? This is mine. Y'all get your own bottle.
Because they be wanting a light buzz at night. A little buzz. Anyway, let's get right into it. So this past weekend, as I just mentioned,
sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. As y'all can see, I wear my Florida Panthers shirt because we is going back to the ship, y'all. We going to the ship. And this year, hopefully we don't get swept like last year. And game 1 is Saturday, y'all. So y'all better tune in and root for the Florida Panthers because it's all about the Florida Panthers, y'all. Y'all don't want to root for Canada.
You could have said that in our Around the League segment.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what was in it because I didn't get an outline.
I have work to do. I work. Okay? I work.
Okay.
Anyway, as I was saying, this weekend, I had a weekend guest, Markina. She stayed over for the weekend. We had a lot of girl talk and not much TV time because she's not a TV person, but I did but I did have her watch one episode of Seinfeld and one episode of Sex and the City. So I was happy about that. I did start Sunday night or maybe Monday night. I started a new series called Your Honor on Netflix. It has Bryan Cranston in it. And yes, y'all know him as Tim Watley from Seinfeld or Walter White from Breaking Bad. Okay? He's a great actor. And if y'all haven't seen that show, y'all need to go see it.
Speaking of that show, because I started watching it yesterday, but it's so funny because last night during Pillow Talk, I was telling Joe about it, and then he was like, "What is it called?" And I named it, and I said, Your Honor, like a judge. That's how you talk to a judge or whatever." And then he was like, he's watched. He said he's watched it. But he said when he watched it, he was watching it, and he was like, "Wait, is it about a judge kid that hit a gangster's son or whatever?" And I said, "Yeah." Then he was like, I used to watch it. I was watching it on the movie app. He used to watch it on the movie app. And then he was like, but after I think like the 5th or 6th episode, they stopped showing it on the movie app. So he never finished it. And then I was like, I remember that. Cause one day he came home and he was like, my coworker was telling me about watching this show called Your Honor. It's like a law show or whatever. I remember him telling me that and him watching it, but I didn't start watching it with him. Like he don't be inviting me into his, like he started a series on Netflix, I think called Yo Boy or Toy Boy, something like that, like a drug cartel thing. I'm not into those, so he could keep that. But he should told me more detail about Your Honor.
Yeah, it was originally on Showtime. Mama already done seen it because she watched it on Showtime. So yeah, I watched that. We hung up in Deerfield on Saturday. And it was just a good time, good girl time. And let's see, I think that's all I did. What did you do this past weekend?
This was the first weekend I literally had nothing planned, and I was happy about it. I had nothing. I don't think we didn't even go to church because I just didn't want to get up. I was still in my resting mode. I was like, we can go next week. We can go next week.
But
Yeah, I don't
did
think we
y'all
did
at least watch
that.
it online? Did y'all
None.
at least watch it online?
No. I mean, when I was scrolling on my phone, I saw it because it pops up. I saw like 2 seconds or something, and I kept going. But yeah, I don't think I did. I did absolutely. I sat and stared. Did absolutely nothing this weekend. Mhm.
That's funny. But this upcoming weekend, I'm excited to go watch Bad Boys with Mom on Saturday. And then Sunday I have a nail appointment. So those are
I
two things
think
that house.
I think I'm a well Saturday we have a sneaker ball. I call it that, but basically where you dress formal but wear sneakers. A graduation party for Joe's fraternity brother's daughter. And so we're gonna do that. And I was thinking maybe me and Joe can watch Bad Boy Sunday probably after church. We'll probably do that. Wait, will the game be on? Probably have to be after the game or before the game if a game on Sunday. I don't know.
It'll probably be Saturday because it's every other night, right? Because it comes on tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
know my famous dip that Edwina, I got the recipe from her. I'm making that for the game.
tonight?
Hmm.
But is that dinner? Because
No,
that's just a snack. Oh, okay.
that is a snack. We having tacos.
Hmm. But okay, we're gonna get into the NBA playoffs or finals later in the show. So around the league segment, I got a couple announcements, and y'all, I didn't have time to do an outline, so bear with me if I stumble, okay? Because I be working at work when I'm not playing with Jordan and running down. Yeah, okay. Mike Brown, he agreed to a 3-year extension with the Kings, so kudos to Mike Brown. Brandon Mc McManus was released due to a sexual assault lawsuit. He's a kicker, I want to say, for the Carolina Panthers. Good news. Wide receiver Jefferson agreed to a massive deal, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. He agreed to a $140 million 4-year extension. So kudos to him
What's
and the
his
Minnesota
position?
Vikings. Huh?
What's his position?
Wide receiver.
Oh wow. Okay.
So kudos to him and the Minnesota Vikings. Then running back Christian McCaffrey signed a 2-year, $38 million extension with the 49ers. So kudos to Christian. Novak Djokovic withdrew from the French Open because of a knee injury. And yeah, that's tough. But because we always see like the same 3 names. He should retire. He should retire. Serena done retired. Everybody in that class need to retire. Everybody who was winning titles when her and Venus was winning, y'all need to retire as well. It's time is up. Okay, it's up.
I
Okay.
see there was speaking of retirement, there was a Simone Biles did a like a Q&A, and one of the questions, oh no, it was like a myth versus like her debunking some of the myths people have about gymnasts. And one of them was like their career is very short. Cause after like 24 or something, they don't really compete no more. And then she was like,
Oh, she's
actually,
like 26, right?
she's like, yeah, I think she's 26 or something like that. She was like, actually, our career is very long because they start when they like 2.
That's
And she
true.
was like, I started late. I think she said she started when she was 6, and that was late.
Yeah.
And
I saw. I
she
think
was like, and now she's 20 something. So that is a very long career.
Yeah, I think I saw. I don't know if it couldn't have been a documentary about her. I don't think they got a documentary, but I saw something about her, and she was like, she started late. 6 is late for gymnasts. Um, but I also heard last week, and maybe we forgot to report it on our last episode, which haven't dropped yet. You guys, we had a lot of technical difficulties last week, so we didn't drop no episode. But I'm gonna
Oh,
try. We did not.
I
And
thought we
first of all,
dropped
it
the
wasn't gonna
audio.
be. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't going to be in the video anyway. So I'll try, but I have to work. But definitely we gonna at least drop this episode. So we might drop this one before the other one, but whatever. But I heard Gabby Douglas, she's the gymnast. She had to withdraw from the Olympic trials or whatever for that because of some type of injury as well. So I hope in 4 more years she be in tip top shape. But them 4 years wait on you. You
But
if you're not working out 2 times a day, doing it for 4 years, you might don't make it, man, because it's it's 16, 17, 8 year old girls more flexible, have more energy that's coming up. You're gonna have to compete with them. That
and
gap.
what did Simone say? And she said their season is year round. Like they don't have an off season. So it's like she was like, I forgot how many, I think she said she practiced, or I guess it's called practice, um, 40 hours a week or something like that. And I was like, that's a job. That's her job.
It is. That's all she do. And that's good because that's how you get better. Practice makes perfect. But yeah, I can't wait for the Olympics. But I don't think we're gonna be doing this. We
Oh,
might not be still doing this podcast, you guys, because we are going to unfortunately cut it off after the NBA playoffs or after the NBA finals. So yeah, we probably can't cover the Olympics unless we do like a special episode. I don't know, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get into one of the main topics. Did you hear that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's fight was postponed due to Mike Tyson's ulcer flare up? He had like a medical scare.
no.
Okay,
Mm.
so that fight has been postponed. So my questions to you is, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think Mike should even do this because he's so old? And compared to Jake Paul be hit. Jake Paul, even though he wasn't a professional boxer, he still can fight, right? So we all know Mike going to lose anyway. So do you think he should even continue and do the fight? I mean, he probably getting a big payday, but you can't afford that title no more. What's going on, Mike? Like you need to sit down.
First of all, Jake Paul is the YouTuber, right? Or the person that came up on YouTube. Mike still got one of his hook or whatever it's called, jab is still one of the toughest out there. If he hit you straight on, second of all, wouldn't this be like exposition thing for him? Exhibition, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's no losers here. But
But
also,
what if he gets seriously injured and hurt? Mike is in his
they
what,
don't be hitting
60s?
like that on these exhibition fights. They don't be hitting like that. But speaking about fights, are we gonna talk about my boy? Are we gonna talk about my boy?
Oh, I forgot about him. You did watch that. So yeah, let's stop, hold that thought, and yeah, talk about Justin.
Okay, y'all. Y'all know I like my boy Dustin. Dustin Portier or Portier, something like that. Portier. So he was fighting the champ in the lightweight, whatever, welterweight, whatever. He was fighting the champ, the person that had the title from Russia. And before the main, well, I think before all the fights, but they showed like a video, an intro video before each fighter comes out. And then his intro video, he was like, I'm 35. If I don't get a title now, when am I gonna get it? Right? And so, and he also said that he did a Rasheed Wallace. He guaranteed a knockout in the second round, y'all. He guaranteed it.
But what had happened?
But what had happened was it went all 5 rounds. And he didn't win. He didn't win, y'all. So the first round was rough, tough to watch. It really was like this. You can see why this guy is the champion. Because he wasn't just boxing. You know how in UFC you can do like jujitsu moves and martial arts and all this stuff. And he was literally showing his technique, the champ. And in the first round, so each round is what, 5 minutes, and they have 5 rounds. By the, I want to say he spent more. Dustin spent more of that round on the ground trying to get up from under him than the entire round. Like, he spent more time on the ground trying to get up under him. Now, I was impressed because the guy kept getting him on the ground like every round. I was impressed that he was able to finagle his way out of it. But in the 5th round, first of all, I think he only won what I said. He won the 4th round. I think Dustin only round he won was the 4th round, and the guy
Okay.
round. In the 5th round, guys, he got him in another move, another tricky move. He was on the ground, but this time, because I kept, every time he kept getting him on the ground, I kept saying, just don't let him get your net. Because if he get your net, you gotta tap out or you gonna pass out. He got
Correct.
the 5th round, y'all.
He got the net?
In the arm. So I was like, it was so hard to watch now because you rooting for somebody and they keep going like the little engine that could, even though you know he getting his ass whooped the whole time. And he couldn't, and it was like what it was like what, a minute, maybe 2 minutes left of that round, and then they would have had to go and score, but he couldn't make it. He tapped out. He tapped the out, y'all, which is called a submission. So like he submitted or whatever. And so after the fight, the announcer, and when the guy let him loose, he like fell limp. So I think he was kind of passed out for a second. And he looked, so he had a black eye. His his ears was 10 times bigger than they was when he started the fight.
Oh
Cause you
my
get
God.
your ears so much, it's going to get swollen. So his ears were huge. He had a black eye. He was bleeding from his nose. Probably was broken. It was bad. The other guy wasn't bleeding, I think, until maybe the 5th round, maybe the end of the 4th round. But up until then, he looked fine. He looked fine. So the interviewer interviewed him afterwards and was like, I know before the fight you said like this could be your last fight or whatever, but with that fight being so competitive, are you thinking about like coming back or whatever? And then he was like, I mean, I know I can compete with these guys, but I'm not going to keep fighting just to fight. I've done that 50 times. So basically he's saying he only want to fight for a title. Like he don't want to just fight and just be the winner. He trying to get that title. So when he come back, I don't know. And then he kept saying something about he got a daughter who was there, by the way, and she was. And after when he walked down to his wife and his daughter like didn't want to like
Go to him.
kiss him and hug her and stuff, but you could tell like she didn't want like, I don't know if she didn't want the blood on her face or the sweat. I don't know if, or she was scared because how he looked. She did cry at a point. I think she was sad that he lost, or maybe just crying because of how he looked, because he looked different. But
How old does she look?
the daughter, 5, 6.
Yeah, he need to hang it up. Be a family man. I'm pretty sure you're not financially in trouble. Hang it up. And it's fine. It's fine. You had a good career. People know your name. We know you. Okay. But yeah, I think he might need to hang it up too. But yeah, he obviously doing an exhibition fight, probably for money. Because if Jake, we let's just call it what it is. We know Jake going to win, and we know Mike doing it for money. But
I thought though in exhibition fights they don't say a winner or loser.
probably not. But people got okay. So by public opinion, Mike is going to lose. Jake's going to win. They both is going to be a big payday for both of them. But Jake going to have another notch on his belt where he can say, "Oh yeah, I'm the ish. I fought Mike Tyson. I did this many hits on Mike Tyson. Like y'all can't doubt me no more. If y'all ever doubted me, look at my resume." So I don't like these exhibition fights. I mean, I'd be happy with the fact that these people are getting paid, but I don't want it to tarnish somebody's legacy. Like, why?
I
You
don't
fighting somebody on the street?
I don't think no exhibition fight or would tarnish Mike's legacy. I think his rape charge tarnished his legacy.
Maybe the biting of the ear, that didn't. No, it's the rape charge. Did he ever get convicted of that? Because
I
that was
don't
his.
know.
I know it was his wife or his girlfriend. I don't know whether they were married or not, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, we'll see if it happens. We'll be watching. We'll be watching. Anyway, this next
Didn't
story.
you say the black guy got knocked out too? And I saw a short clip of it.
Deontay
Whoa.
Wilder.
Yeah. From the clip that I saw, and I think this was of their fight, it was like, I don't know if he thought like the round was over or like they won the bell or something, but he looked like he turned around from the guy and started walking away, but also the ref kind of looked like he was walking away too, and then the guy just knocked him out. So I
And
don't know.
was that the end of the fight?
That was it. He got knocked out.
And that's the boy that said,
Clip that I saw now, I didn't look at, I like was scrolling, saw it and kept scrolling. So I didn't know that was like had just happened until the next day you told me he fought and lost, and I was like, oh, that must have been the clip that I saw.
that's the guy that said to this day. Oh no, yeah, he might need to hang it up too. And it's fine. Y'all be having good careers. People need to know when to say goodbye, know when to let go. That should be somebody's motto, know when to let go. Anyway, this next story, and I don't even want to get too much deep into the what everybody been talking about with the WNBA and the hard hit on Caitlin Clark and how people treat her like a damsel in distress, but treat Angel like a monster, even though Angel got a hard foul as well, and nobody blew up and talked about that. So I don't want to get into that, but did you hear about the instance? So I guess the girl who did do the hard foul on Caitlin is on Angel Reese's team, Chicago Sky.
In her
And
post interview where she said, "Don't ask me no question about Kayla," and then the next day she was good.
oh, I didn't see. I mean, I heard that, but no, this is a different story. Because I think they played today. Today, Thursday. I think they played today. So what happened was an individual showed up at their team hotel outside of their bus and started harassing them, I guess because of what happened to their American sweethearts. And luckily for security, they were able to de-escalate the situation. But I guess the person was pointing, they had their phone recording and was harassing people. And so several of the teammates tweeted about it, and Angel Reese was like, "That's nasty work for somebody to come all the way to our hotel, wait outside of our bus, put a camera in my teammate's face and harass her is nasty work." Somebody was like, "Thank God for security." Somebody else said, they were happy security was there to de-escalate the situation. But I'm like, why are fans acting like this? Like the other day when we was talking about Kelsey and how that lady, the lady apologized, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. She apologized for screaming at the Kelseys. Why do
Not the
fans
Kelsey.
cross the line, and when did this start? But also, do you think since the WNBA is being talked about more now, do you think, hey, well, it's just basketball. Y'all wanted it. The guys get it. Y'all gonna get it too now.
First of all, how did they know where these girls were staying at? Is my first question, because that's supposed to be private. They not even supposed to be staying under their names.
How did that man know that Aaron Andrews was in the hotel that he looked at her in? He drilled a. Remember, Aaron Andrews sued the hotel and got a lot of money because they literally told a stranger what room was hers, and he got the room next door and was looking at her and stuff. Some people either don't care about their job, or they get a payday, or they just stalkers and they find out where people locations just, well, they knew who they were going to play. So let's say you
Okay.
know a basketball team is coming into town to play the Miami Heat. There's only certain hotels that
Well, yeah,
these
that's true
people can be
because
in.
remember when we was at Florida State, every time a team came in to play our football team, the teams only stay in a specific hotel. So I do remember that. I don't remember which hotel it was or where it was, but they had a specific hotel. So maybe it's like that. I don't know. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, that's crazy. I don't know who would take time out of their day. These people don't have jobs.
they
They don't
can't.
have responsibilities because you in this big age took time out of your day, wasting your data on your phone. Like if you
No.
got extra, give me some because mine is almost maxed out. Like wasted all of that time and energy for what? For what?
And and then if you did have, let's say they didn't have a cell phone and they just approached one of the ladies on a random day when she not with her teammates, she can whoop your behind. These WNBA players are tough. Like they not no little damsel in distress like y'all be trying to portray Caitlyn to be. Caitlyn tough. Caitlyn got muscles. So all these people acting like step up to them when they not at work. Cause when they're at work, they can't do nothing. Step up to them on a random Saturday afternoon at the beach. It won't be fun, all fun and games then.
But yeah, I watched like the last 2 minutes of the game. I knew they was playing, but I forgot. And thank God Danielle reminded me we watched the last 2 minutes, which was still good because they was like within 1 point. And I think they tied it up or whatever. So it was still good. I didn't see the foul, but I know in her post game interview, she was like, "Don't ask me no questions about Caitlyn." Uh, and then like the next day, I guess they had to do another. Her and Angel did an interview, and then she was like, "Good now." Like she was like, "Okay, like I'll answer y'all questions now." I guess she had to cool off or whatever. But it was so
Mhm.
fun. That was fun. She was like, "I'm not
I
answering."
just don't. I just don't.
Oh, cause she also said something. Sorry to cut you off. Said something about first of all, y'all people making judgments off of that little clip they saw, whatever judgments about me or whoever, off of a little clip. Get to know the history of like the people that's been here before y'all make a judgment, or watch the whole game, watch the play before that, see why that occurred or whatever, whatever. And that was a good point. Like you don't. Mhm.
And that's true because that's all they show. That's all they show because they want to portray Caitlin Clark like a damsel in distress, and that girl is everything but. And because the next day, first when I saw it, I was appalled. But then I found out some history. Okay, I was like, why she did that? Why she did? I was like, why would she do that? Right? And then that was the day I met up with Herbert to change my tire. And then Herbert showed me this tweet that this lady wrote, white lady. I don't know who, if she a journalist or not. Basically saying Caitlyn ain't innocent, and show all the clips where Caitlyn was pushing people down, defensive defenseless people as well. And then I was like, oh, okay, I don't feel so sorry for her. So now the news people need to not to feel sorry for her as well. It's people like the media and the Cowboys fans that make people hate the Cowboys and hate Caitlin Clark. Because Caitlin Clark ain't do nothing to nobody. But because the media making her seem like she's a god, it makes you not want to like her or root for her. And that's not fair to her because she ain't do nothing. But yeah, basketball is a tough sport, and to all you newcomers, me included, that's why you can't judge off of a clip. Basketball been tough. Then they called the Chicago Bills or the Detroit Pistons was like they literally would fight on the court. Okay, and yes, they're guys, but since it's girls, that don't mean they can't fight either. They're tough as well. If they ain't in there, they not I almost feel my drink. They not on the court in no dresses and heels, so they don't have to act like ladies. They gotta act like athletes. Okay, and sometimes athletes get pushed out.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm sorry. I
Caitlyn,
just hate how people portray different people. I don't like it.
I think before the game or leading up to the game, they did an interview, and she was giving Caitlin was giving Angel Reese her props, and she was like basically saying she knew she was going to be a really good player because she was like they competed against each other. I think she said since they was little. I think she said she went to some sort of competition and Angel was there. And then she was like, then we played again in college. So like they've known each other for a long time.
That's we some basketball players too. Like when they go to that McDonald's All American whatever, they be playing in middle school, then meet again in high school, then college, and then in the league. So yeah, these people know each other, but just stop portraying one or stop showing one side of the coin and not the other side. Angel Reese got clothesline like maybe a day or two before that, and I didn't hear a beep about that. But as soon as Caitlyn got pushed to the ground, it's World War III. Like just
Angel, one thing I could say about her, because she got ejected recently, she need sure her she need to she need to chill when it comes to like her like he be talking back to the refs and cussing them out stuff.
oh,
You gonna get ejected every time, boo boo.
oh,
Angel, she just got ejected.
um,
Right, so she need to work on her PR person or whoever need to help her work on her.
calmness
Yeah.
in high pressure situations, control your emotions. Yeah, she a rookie, so she'll learn. I mean, Rasheed Wallace got kicked out in technicals a million times.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Um, so yeah, she'll be good. But yeah, that's all for that story. But yeah, I just don't be knowing when the games be coming on because I be trying. I watch more college basketball, college women basketball than than WNBA, and that's not right. So y'all need to remind me when these games come on because I will watch them. And that brings us to the NBA. So tonight is game one of the NBA Finals, the Boston Celtics against the Dallas Mavs. And who you going for and why and how many games?
I'm going for Boston. Cause I think it's due time again for them to win. I like Tatum. I think he's a good person, and I heard a little of his background. You know, you hear people background, you start looking at him different. So I like him, and so yeah, Dallas. I mean Boston, and I would say 5.
Ooh, you only giving Mavs one win?
Well,
Okay.
actually, maybe 6 because the way Dallas played that game 6, I don't know. This might go to a game 7.
It was kind of tough for me to pick because, like I said, the last couple of years I was cheering for the Celtics because I like Jaylen Brown. I really like that dark skinned guy. And he's
You
really
know who
good
he
too.
dating, right?
I forgot. I saw some type of video of people was mad that he didn't help her walk over some some snow, which is ridiculous, but whatever. You can tell me her name afterwards. I probably don't even know her still. But I like him, and I was going for him the past 2 years. But I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, it's insanity to do the same thing and expect different results. So I'm going for the Dallas Mavericks. As you all know, I've been a Luka fan for forever. I really love Luka, and I didn't know Kyrie was still that dude. Kyrie's still that dude, okay? Because I wasn't watching him when he won without LeBron, but he still got skills. He got a skill set, okay? So Kyrie, yes, I'm going Dallas Mavericks in 6. That's my prediction.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's get to our highlight of the week. And our highlight is the Atlanta Falcons football team. I don't know if you heard this, but they got a couple new minority stake owners in the team. Dominique Dawes, which is an Olympic gold medalist. I believe she's an Olympic medalist. And Will Packer, which is the TV producer who do all these decent movies. So they became a part of the group that are limited partners in the ownership of the Atlanta Falcons. So they added 2 Black people, y'all. The NFL is trying. They try. It's baby steps. It's not even baby steps. It's
It's been
what not even infant. What is it before it get out the stomach? What do they call it? Fetus
Uh,
is fetus steps. It's fetus steps. They trying. Okay.
mm, mm.
And that is all we have for you today. And I don't think we're gonna be here next week, you all, because I am going back. Oh wait, I don't want to announce it yet, but I won't be in town. Okay, I won't be in town next week. So we'll see y'all the following week. We'll highlight all the NBA playoffs and stuff, and hopefully nothing too bad happen while we gone. Okay, so we'll talk to y'all.
Wait, what we gonna
She
tell them?
always she done interrupted me 10 times during this episode, you guys. I
No,
want y'all to
because
make
you
note.
wait, you was the one that said we was going to talk about us not coming back after the finals, or was you gonna wait till 2
I
weeks?
mean, I already discussed it. I thought so our last episode would be probably after the last game of the finals because we are doing a new venture, which is Nay baby. So this was my baby, and now Nay having her baby. And we got to trademark the name because it's so good. We can't even tell y'all. We're gonna trademark the name just in case we want to do other stuff with the name. We'll have a trademark as well. But yeah, if you want to discuss more, let's discuss.
Yeah, well, so we mentioned before that we were doing like pivoting or doing a what do you call it, a
Spinoff.
spin-off of this podcast. But so we're about our like live events that we go to because we be getting good seats, y'all. We be getting good seats. We be doing meet and greets and all that good stuff. So we want to give y'all exclusive access to all of that, all of that. And so if also with this venture, we're going to be on TikTok, even though TikTok has gotten banned in the US. I guess until it's like we can't get on TikTok anymore, we're going to do it on TikTok. So we're going to be on TikTok, IG. I don't know about Facebook. I don't really like Facebook, but maybe. And the YouTube. So we have a launch date of Juneteenth, which is June 19th this year, it's a Wednesday. And so we hope y'all follow us over there and share it with everybody because it's gonna be really good videos, y'all. Y'all have seen our videos on our individual pages. They're really good and up close. So watch, we need as many views as we can get, y'all. We need it. Okay. That's all.
Yes. So yes, follow us over there when we start doing that as well. And also you just reminded me this Sunday I was on another episode co-hosting with the radio show ATL. So shouts out to my guys over there. We did a cool interview with this R&B singer. I think her name was Miss Black. So yeah, check that out. I don't think the episode dropped yet, but once it drops, obviously I'll have the info in my story. And yeah, that's all for this week. We'll talk to y'all in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins.